Today we will discuss about the vendor classification in SAP MM. This is very small topic, and today we will learn how to configure, that means how to maintain the vendor classification so that we can easily get the good report. Suppose I'm just giving you one example, that means for real time scenario the vendor classification, the useful, that means the significance of the vendor classification is, suppose this is our organization and we are dealing with several number of suppliers. Sometimes suppose this supplier is from north side, that means region is north, and the status, that means the supplier status is ISO certified. And some suppliers from south region and ISO certified. Some suppliers can have non-certified but in east region. Some suppliers having ISO certified from the east region. So these are the scenario. So in real time scenario, sometime we need to maintain some report where the organization, they want to see the list of suppliers based upon the region, on some time based upon ISO certified, based upon their performance. So this kind of characteristics, based upon those characteristics, we can classify or we can identify the list of suppliers. So by using the vendor classification process or vendor classification technique, we can easily bifurcate those suppliers based upon their required characteristics. So let's see inside the system. So I am using here for this demonstration, I am using here the SAP ECC system, but it is perfectly same inside the SAP S/4HANA also, and as well as inside the public cloud system. So inside that one, so at first we need to identify based upon which characteristics they want to see the report, or they want to classify, or they want to bifurcate the suppliers. Suppose here I am taking the region and the certified status. So at first, I will create one characteristics for the region. So the directly I am just going inside the CT04 transaction code. So directly we will go inside the CT04 transaction code, which is for characteristics. Suppose we need to create the characteristics for the region. That means we will bifurcate the supplier based upon their region. So let's create one characteristics for region. Clicking on create button, and here is the description like supplier region. And the single value, here we will prefer the single value, because inside the supplier master we will maintain only one region, because one supplier, inside the one supplier master number or vendor master number, we will only maintain single region, right? So inside the data type we will maintain characteristics. And for supplier region, suppose we will maintain northeast, east, west, north, south. So maximum 6 character required. Okay, that means 5 character. Yeah, 5 characters required. But although I am using here 6 characters, and directly jump to the description. Here you can see supplier region here. Here is the values we must maintain here. Like suppose, we want to maintain some region like east, west, north, and south. If you want to maintain some other region like east, uh, east west, sorry, northeast, then northwest, that can be possible. Here you will maintain the similar characteristics values. Okay. Now inside the additional value, we are not maintaining anything here. Stay inside the restriction. We must maintain the vendor class, because we are going to use these characteristics inside the vendor class. So we must maintain the class type as 010 and click on save. So just I'm maintaining somewhere the characteristics value, the name of the characteristics, Z region supplier. Let's create another characteristics for the certified status. Certified status. Just, just put some description, certification, certify status. I am using here the same status. Again, I am using the data type as character and number of characters. Suppose, say, for example, I am using here for 12 characters. You can maintain the number of characters as per your requirement. Here again, I am using the single value. And inside the description, here you can see the description. Suppose I will maintain two status only. One for the certified, ISO certified. Here you can see system won't allow me to put more than 12 character here. So I'm just maintaining CRT and non-ISO certified. Non-ISO CRT. Non-ISO. Okay. Simply I'm maintaining non-ISO. Again, need to maintain the restriction as 010 and click on the icon. So we have maintained two characteristics. Now let's create one class. So directly jump into the CL02 transaction, which is useful for creation of class. So Z underscore vendor class 1. Okay. So just put the class type here. I am using 010. If you are not sure, then you can also select from the list, which is the vendor class. Here you can see 010 is the vendor class. So just click on the icon. So we will put some description. So vendor class 1 and just maintain the characteristics which we have maintained here. So our class has been created. You can see that all the information like data, how many, what is the data type, how many characters are there. Just click on okay. So our vendor classification, that means, sorry, vendor class has been created. We'll also maintain somewhere this class name. And let's create xk01 for the creation of the supplier master. So I will create the supplier master quickly. Here I am, say for example, maintaining some South region vendor. Suppose, say for example, here I am using the South region supplier and put some search code like South. I am not going to maintain more than the all, that means all the information like street, house number, all those things. Just maintaining some city name, say for example Hyderabad. Let's say for the country IN, and the region is I'm not sure actually in which say for example for the south I will use any name here. Hyderabad. Here you can see Hyderabad. Okay. 36 is region code. But inside the S4HANA and SAP S4HANA public cloud system, we will not see the region code as this kind of number, which I have already mentioned in my last public cloud video of business partner, which where I have mentioned that inside the public cloud, we are not going to create the supplier by using the number. That means this kind of number. So that time the region code will be converted into some letters like WB for West Bengal, say for Uttar Pradesh is for UP. So this kind of region has been changes inside the S4HANA and public cloud system also. Okay. So now I am going to maintain this kind of information. Just click on enter. So if you try to search the classification tab here, you will not find. You need to go inside the environment and click on the classification icon. And here we will maintain the class type. And at first we must maintain the class type. Here already we have maintained 010, and the class type, which, sorry, the class name, we must maintain this class name. Okay. Once we will click on enter icon, so enter button, so we can see that two kind of characteristics already been appeared here. So we can search from out of those all the characteristics. Say, for example, this is my south supplier, that means south region supplier, and certified status, say for example, non certified. Okay. So you can maintain in each and every supplier master, we should maintain this kind of classification, so that we can, when we want to see the report for the exact list of suppliers from the south region, or exact suppliers those having the ISO certified, so we can easily track, or we can easily get that kind of supplier's name. So each and every supplier should have the classification information. Okay. This classification information. Here you can see certified status. Sorry, here some I have missed some. That means status. This word is wrong. Sorry. Okay. So after maintaining all those information, let's get quickly the next step. Here I am maintaining the INA. Click on save. So that means our supplier master has been created. Number of times this vendor classification is useful when the custom report is required. Okay. So for custom report, we should contact with our developer, and before that we must write some functional specification. And inside the functional specification, which we should mention some logic from where the classification information should come. So for that thing, we should go inside the AUSP table. So you can see the information related to this characteristics value. You should go inside the AUSP table, which is characteristics value. If you put some class type, say for example, I am mentioning 010. Here you can see all the information related to this class type. You can see here we have just created this supplier 100885. Okay. And which is in south, and characteristics value for non-ISO, that means non-certified, which is 108885. So when you create the functional specification on or when you are maintaining the logic inside the functional specification, you should maintain here from AUSP table, from AUSP table, the value should come from characteristics value ATWRT, this kind of technical field. Okay. And this is all about the vendor classification. This is very straightforward. We don't need to maintain any configuration here. That means whenever we are creating the class and characteristics, those are completely a master data. That means there is no involvement of transport request. So this is very useful when the organization is asking for the custom report for the vendor master. Thank you. Thank you so much. So kindly contact with me if you really want to take the any kind of course like SAP S/4HANA or ECC, or any kind of support related like implementation project. Then you can easily contact with me on my mobile phone, contact number, or my email ID. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you are new on my channel, kindly subscribe to my channel. Thanks. Bye bye.